some new Harrison music for you on FM 104.5 and Blow Away. Zeppelin started the set with Misty Mountain Hop from the fourth album and some Ricky Lee Jones there in the middle, Youngblood. UK's coming up next. We'll be checking out the music of the Steve Miller Band from their very first album and some Simon and Garfunkel for you.
The Doctor and Faye Dunaway, the champ for everyone who has ever wanted a second chance. Rated PG, parental guidance suggested.
Now showing at the Park Plaza Twin Cinema in Port Arthur.
If you think the government's ripping you off, the federal government has a new hotline. They're receiving calls from the public on rip-offs or misspending by any federal department or agency. And you can call them toll-free, 800-424-5454. Let them know what's going on. UK Music at 12:20 at Zoom 104.5. From the Bookends album, Simon and Garfunkel on Zoom 104.5. Steve Miller Band before that, back when Boz Scaggs was playing with him. And Children of the Future. Also heard from UK. It's from the new album Danger Money and Rendezvous 602. Got some Rod Stewart coming up. Fleetwood Mac, Janis Joplin be looking at some rock and roll coming up too.
It's Easter sale time at Wool. Starts at sunrise with all the goodies you'll need for a red-hot summer. Like quality silkscreen t-shirts, short sleeve carries and knits, sandals, jeans for you guys and gals, bathing suits by Eeny Meeny, and a lot more. Sunrise, 2435 South 11. Well, roll me over.
It's about 17 minutes until 1 o'clock at Zoom 104.5. Time to check out that concert line. Scott McGill out at the Foxy Lady tonight. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, White Rock will be out at the Crazy Horse Saloon. Coming up next Thursday, April the 19th, Legs Diamond will be in the Sensor Center Ballroom at the Lamar University main campus in Beaumont. Coming up April the 28th, Peeble Bryson will be at the Beaumont Civic Center. And May the 1st, Doobies in the Beaumont Civic Center. Tickets are still on sale. Coming up on Houston Way, the Texas Opry House next Thursday the 19th. Robert Gordon will be out there. April the 21st, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. April 25th, Shake Russell. 27th, Jan Hammer. And April 29th at the Texas Opry House in Houston, Roy Buchanan. Other Houston concerts coming up. Wednesday night, Alice Cooper and the Babies will be out at the Coliseum. April the 19th, Cooter Brown will be at Gillies in Pasadena. April 21st and 22nd, Rod Stewart will be in the Summit. And the way the ticket situation on that one goes, first concert is sold out. Second still has some main floor tickets left for $12.50. Sunday the 22nd, Ella Fitzgerald will be in Jones Hall. Sunday the 25th of April, the Guess Who and Dome Shadows. April 26th, Cooter Brown will be at Gillies in Pasadena. April 28th and 29th, Death Row Tall and UK will be in the Coliseum. Tickets for the first show are sold out. Second show tickets are behind the stage. Sunday the 29th, Emmylou Harris will be in the Music Hall. And Monday the 30th, Bad Company will be in the Houston Summit. The only tickets left are behind the stage. May the 5th, Supertramp will be in the Houston Coliseum. And May the 10th, Dave and Alan Coe at Gillies in Pasadena. Looking ahead to Dallas on June the 9th and the 10th, Texas World Music Festival #2 at the Cotton Bowl with Hart, Ted Nugent, Van Halen, Aerosmith, Boston, and more. No ticket information on that as of yet. Coming up, the 8th annual Kerrville Folk Festival will be May the 24th through the 28th with such acts as B.W. Stevenson, Gary P. Nunn, and the Lost Gonzo Band, Ray Wiley Hubbard, Shake Russell, Rusty Weir, and others coming up in Kerrville. Concert Line is brought to you 4 times daily by your album station. Next one will be coming up at 6:51 this afternoon, and by coincidence, I will have that for you too. Looking at triangle weather, we're looking for night and morning cloudiness. It should be partly cloudy today and Monday. It's a beautiful day outside. Got the doors open, let the sun shine in. About 78 degrees at Zoom 104.5. Two minutes until 1 o'clock at Zoom 104.5. That's KZOM Orange. Heard in that last set some Janis Joplin along with the Full Tilt Boogie Band. And Get It While You Can. Rod Stewart looking for an attractive, active female. That's from Blondes Have More Fun. And we also checked out some music of Fleetwood Mac from the Kiln House album and Station Man. Beatles coming up, some Bill Withers, Grand Funk, Scott McGill, looking to play some more rock and roll. If there's something that you'd like to hear, go and give me a call. Numbers are 745-2222 or 727-0229. I'd like to get some music on that you want to hear. Zoom 104.5, some music from Grand Funk Survival album. And Feeling All Right. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine, and Beatles, Why Don't We Do It in the Road? Why don't you? Why don't you get your radio, go out on the front lawn, get you a lawn chair, and just relax in the sun. It's great. It's great. I'm going to put on a half track sometime this hour. I'm going to go outside, play with the dog, and just try and get a suntan. It's so nice out there. Leonard Skinner music coming up. Also be checking out Bad Company, some Kenny Loggins, Elton John, and the music of Queen that was called in. Sometime in the next few hours, we're going to be giving away a few albums. Got the new Van Halen album to pass on to you, along with an older album of Yes, Tales from the Topographic Ocean, and we'll also be passing on an Emerson, Lake and Palmer album. And so stick by your telephones. I'll be passing on to you pretty soon. Tonight on Off the Barn Wall, got a special Easter edition. Bob's got the Ray Wiley Hubbard song Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother. Started to say Off the Barn Wall, Redneck Mother. And we'll be checking out some music from Rusty Weir and be looking at the Kerrville Folk Festival, which is coming up next month. It's Off the Barn Wall, Sundays at 8 o'clock with Old Rocket Crockett. It's sponsored in part by Superior Home Improvement at 5265 Gulfway in Port Arthur, and by the Shirt Shack, 1115 Port Neches Avenue in Port Neches. Zoom 104.5, bit of Bad Company music for you from Desolation Angels. I knew I could say it. And Rock and Roll Fantasy. Some Scott McGill started the set with Hello, Josephine, and filled it out with some Skinnerd from First and Last. Got some Kenny Loggins coming up for you. A little bit later on in the hour, we'll be checking out some music of The Who, some new Jay Ferguson, and the music of Heart. Certainly rather bizarre there. If you've been sighting any UFOs, there are some people that will not say you're crazy. They want to hear about what's going on in the UFO scene. It's the International UFO Registry, and they have a 24-hour-day hotline. Got somebody standing by to take your calls right now at 1-800-348-4057. And to let you know what's happening on Jazz Zoom 12 tonight. Talking with Robin about the show a few minutes ago, or actually about an hour ago. She's going to be highlighting Billy Cobham from the LP Spectrum, along with some music from Tommy Bolin, some Rod Carter, and Jan Hummer. And the program is brought to you by Joey's Candies and Gifts at 738 9th Avenue in Port Arthur, and the Ebb Tide Club at Highway 365 in Port Acres. Jazz Zoom 12 coming your way tonight at 12 midnight, FM 104.5.
Gonna die. Listen now.
It takes all kinds. 1:30 at Zoom. FM 104.5, about 28 minutes until the hour of 2 o'clock. Larry with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Easter Sunday, playing some music from Queen. The album was Sheer Heart Attack. Some Elton John before that, kind of an interesting little tune. Reminds me of, well, I better not say. From Don't Shoot Me, I'm Just a Piano Player, Texan Love Song. Kenny Loggins doing his version of a song he co-wrote, What a Fool Believes, from Kenny Loggins Live. I got a sidetrack coming up next. It's the Who album, Odds and Sods. Let me tell you about it real quick here. The album is a compilation album, but it is not a greatest hits album. What happened was, back when they were doing the movie Tommy, John Entwistle, one of the band members, went over to their recording studio and dug through the old trash box and pulled out a bunch of songs he felt that should be on a record, and that's what he did. The album's very good. We'll be sampling a side of that in just a moment. Tickets for Legs Diamond are $3.50, and they're available at Sunrise Imports on 11th Street and at the Setzer Student Center at Lamar University. $1 mixed drinks will be served out there. That's Thursday nights, the 19th. Yes, indeed. Talking to you about this Who album now. We'll be getting into it in just a second. I'd like to tell you the tracks on this side 2 of the Who's Odds and Sods album. We'll be hearing, first off, Pure and Easy, recorded in 1971. Faith in Something Bigger, recorded in 1968. I'm the Face, recorded in 1964. As a matter of fact, the very first track the Who put down on tape. Naked Eye, recorded in 1969, kind of has undertones of Tommy in it. And the side finishes off with Long Live Rock, recorded in 1972. It's the Who album Odds and Sods on FM 104.5. You like? It's music from the Who. Odds and Sods is the name of the album. And we heard side 2, including Naked Eye, which is a real good song. I remember seeing the Who in concert. It was a concert film, and they did the song instrumentally, yes. And they took that tune, wrote some words to it, recorded it, and it kind of got stuck in a drawer somewhere, came out on the Odds and Sods album, along with the rest of the cuts on the album, all outtakes that were put together. Enough of that. Jay Ferguson coming up. Also be checking out the music of Heart, some ZZ Top that was called in, some Stillwater, the Allman Brothers, the Police. Got a request for that. Some Beatles and Bruce Springsteen be coming up in the next hour or so. Got about 2 minutes until 2 o'clock at KZOM Orange. And taking a quick look at the triangle forecast. Sunshine, that's what it says. Continued warm with highs today in the mid-80s. Looking for low tonight in the mid-60s, and about the same for tomorrow. Winds easterly 5 to 10 miles per hour today and tonight. Might see a few clouds tonight. Right now, 79 degrees, FM 104.5. Zoom, music from Heart, from the Magazine album, and we heard Heartless. Before that, some Jay Ferguson, the Rolling Stones medley from this new album, Real Life Ain't This Way. It's certainly not. If you're wondering, if I seem distracted today, somebody called me up and said, you don't sound like you're really here today, and it's because that they put up this calendar right in front of me, and it's Debbie Harry, the lead singer of Blondie, and it's amazing. This is great. Oh, yeah, right. I've been looking over my list of albums to give away. Figured it was just about time to do it, and I've got an Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works 2 album to give away for you. The new Allman Brothers Band on Zoom 104.5 from Enlightened Rogues, and Crazy Love, playing that for folks out there having a barbecue in exchange for a piece of chicken. Also some ZZ Top from Rio Grande Mud, Francine, and Stillwater. I reserve the right. Got some Joe Cocker coming up for you. The Police, the Beatles, Shake Russell, some Springsteen, and a promise for next hour. Led Zeppelin half track.
Now showing at the Park Plaza Twin Cinema in Port Arthur.
Got a rodeo coming up in Lumberton. It's the annual Lumberton Lions Club Open Rodeo and Western Weekend. It's going to be held behind Lumberton High School on Highway 96, April the 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th. And it will start at 8 p.m. each night. You can enter if you'd like. To get into the Lumberton Lions Club Rodeo, you can give 962-7487 a call. It's a Port Arthur number, 962-7487. Got a Joe Cocker mini concert for you now, FM 104.5. Oh, good music for a Sunday afternoon. Joe Cocker mini concert. We heard from I Can Stand a Little Rain, You Are So Beautiful. From Mad Dogs and Englishmen, Let's Go Get Stoned. And from the Joe Cocker album, it's high time we went. Got the Police music coming up for you, some Abbey Road music. We'll also be checking out Shake Russell, some Springsteen, Patti Smith, the Spirit Group, and I got some Zeppelin coming up for you next hour.
Breaker 19 for local information.
Tickets on sale now in Beaumont at the Civic Center box office, Texas Bank, Sunrise Imports, Record Rack, and Parkdale Bank. Import and Aegis at the West Department Store, Spooner's Records in Port Arthur, Salmer's Records and Tapes at Orange and Viter, Harvest Records in Lake Charles, and Winnie Communications in Winnie. Don't miss the Doobies, May 1st.
Don't forget, got a couple more albums to pass along to you sometime in the next few hours. Got the Yes album, Tales from the Topographic Ocean, and the new Van Halen album. And we'll be passing those along to you sometime today. On the Best of the Biscuit tonight at 11 o'clock, we'll be checking out the Music of Genesis live. It's sponsored in part by Salmar Record and Tape City in Orange. That's on the King Biscuit Flower Hour tonight at 11 here at Zoom 104.5. Music from the Police now. Zoom, the little old station in the woods. Music from Shake Russell with Dana Cooper, and song on the radio. Song recorded on the radio, as a matter of fact. Recorded live right on KLOL in Houston. Also heard music from the Beatles from Abbey Road and the Police from Outlandos D'Amore. And Roxanne. Got some Springsteen coming up for you along with Patti Smith, the Spirit. Got some Cheap Trick, Rolling Stones, and Supertramp coming up in the first set of the hour of 3 o'clock for this Easter Sunday. Weather's really nice. Gonna go outside in just a few minutes, just soak in the sunshine. Looking for it to be continued warm through Monday with highs today in the mid-80s. Looking for low tonight around 68. Got 83 degrees now. That's 28 Celsius. Zoom 104.5. KZOM Orange.
1, 2.
Zoom 104.5. Music from Spirit and the Feedback album, I Got a Line on You. Randy California's and Jay Ferguson's old band there. And it's interesting to look at the new Jay Ferguson album cover. And he's still dressing like the old hippies did back in the 60s with the floppy ties and the open shirts and stuff. Maybe he just didn't grow up. I don't know. Patti Smith in the middle there, and Bruce Springsteen and a cut called Fever. Got some Cheap Trick, some Rolling Stones coming up for you. Be checking out Zeppelin a little bit later on in the hour.
Hooray, hooray.
21 minutes after the hour of 3 at Zoom 104.5. A bit of Supertramp music from Breakfast in America. And when does 5 and 5 and 5 equal 10? When you're wrong. The logical song. A bit of Supertramp for you, some Cheap Trick, and we also heard from Rolling Stones. Zeppelin's up next. We'll be checking out the music of Dire Straits, The Who, and REO Speedwagon also. Zoom, how you doing? It's time to check out a sidetrack now. This is Led Zeppelin's first album. We'll be hearing the side one on that, including, as he moves his mic to look, Good Times, the Bad Times, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, You Shook Me, and Dazed and Confused. Led Zeppelin on Zoom 104.5. Zoom 104.5. Led Zeppelin music for you there, the first album, side one. Got some Dire Straits coming up along with The Who, some REO Speedwagon, and I'll be checking out the music of Sammy Hagar. If you'd like to visit London and get an education too, Lamar University has 3 programs that you can check into. If you'd like more information, call the Division of Public Service at Zoom Lamar University, 838-7398. Got some Dire Straits for you. FM 104.5. REO Speedwagon on Zoom 104.5. KZOM Orange. And riding the storm out from the live album You Get What You Play For. Some Who music before that from Meaty, Beady, Big and Bouncy and Magic Bus. Also heard from Dire Straits, Down to the Waterline. I got some Sammy Hagar coming up next for you, along with the music of Wings. We'll be checking out some Hendrix, Hart, and the Little River... I said it, didn't I? Little River Band. Got some Van Halen coming up for you also from their new album. Looking at Triangle weather, it should be continued warm through Monday. Looking for highs around 84. And the low tonight should get down to about 68. Got 83 degrees now. That's 28 Celsius. That's Zoom 104.5. Zoom 104.5. It's Paul McCartney music from the London Town album, and I've Had Enough. Before that, some Sammy Hagar, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, the old Otis Redding tune. We got about 7 minutes after the hour, 4 o'clock. Larry with you on a Sunday night. Going to be here for quite a while longer. So if there's something I can play for you, you know, the number's going to give me a call, see if I can get it on for you. Got some Hendrix coming up for you. It's on the turntable now. Dr. Demento's coming your way tonight at 9 o'clock, right after Bob Crockett's Off the Barn Wall. You'll be hearing stuff like Roger Miller's You Can't Roller Skate in a Buffalo Herd, the Kingston Trio's MTA, and we'll be checking out some new music from Zappa, Dancing Fool, and the old blood rock classic DOA. Dr. Demento coming up 9 o'clock tonight on FM 104.5. Zoom 104.5, music from the Little River Band from Sleeper Catcher and Lady. Some Hard before that, and we also checked out some Jimi Hendrix from Are You Experienced and Fire. Got some Van Halen coming up for you next, along with the Jefferson Airplane and some Steely Dan.
Today's newlyweds are...
In Parkdale Bank, Import Natchez at the West Department Store, Spooner's Records in Port Arthur, Salmer's Records and Tapes in Orange and Viter, Harvest Records in Lake Charles, and Winnie Communications in Winnie. The Doobie Brothers, May 1st. Get your tickets now. The Doobie Brothers.
The Port Arthur Drug Abuse Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until noon. And if you think you need an appointment, the numbers to call would be 983-1684 or 983-1685. Sounds easy enough. Got some new Van Halen for you now on Zoom 104.5. Zoom 104.5. A bit of Steely Dan music for you from Can't Buy a Thrill. And Do It Again. Jefferson Airplane Volunteers before that, and we started off with some Van Halen from the second album, And You're No Good. Going to be giving away a copy of that album sometime a little bit later on in the afternoon. I want you to stay with us for that. Got a half track with Alice Cooper coming up next. And that's all of that. Legs Diamond tickets are available at Sunrise in Beaumont and the Setter Student Center at Lamar University. They are $3.50 apiece, and $1 mixed drinks will be served out at the concert. Got Alice Cooper for you now. It's his greatest hits album, mainly comprised of cuts off the $1 Billion Babies album as he reaches for his list. And we're going to be hearing side 2, Hello Hooray, Elected, No More Mr. Nice Guy, $1 Billion Babies, Teenage Lament 74, and Muscle of Love. It's Alice Cooper half track requested from Beaumont on Zoom 104.5. Sounds a bit just like the Beatles, the end there, toward the ending of it. Alice Cooper and his greatest hits, side 2. How you doing today?
By his own admission, Brant Baker is shot. Pill.
Move upon this light. Have mercy upon this light.
This is Jeff Hillary. Hot news for Oxy 5.
Oh, isn't it a beautiful day outside? Yes, it is. Should have continued warm weather through Monday. Looking for a low tonight, getting down to about 68, high tomorrow in the mid-80s. Right now, 83 degrees. That's 28 Celsius. At Zoom 104.5, KZOM Orange. Zoom 104.5. Music from the Beatles. Yesterday and today was the album, and we can work it out. Talking to an enthusiastic listener there just a minute ago, heard the Blackfoot for the first time, and the song was Train, Train. Convinced it was Van Halen. No. Got some Stones coming up for you this hour. We're going to be half-tracking the Beggar's Banquet album. That was called in a few hours ago, and we're just now getting around to it. Also got some Rush coming up for you, the new music of Tycoon, and some Steppenwolf.
For Dr. Pepper, here's to...